try to shut it all away. Lock the light, keep pain at bay. I told myself I feel no fall if I felt nothing at all. I built a wall around my heart. Kept it safe, kept it apart. But in the silence I could see, there's something missing deep in me. You can't break if you don't feel. You can't lose if you don't try. But a life without a spark is just passing by. Where hope lives, so does pain. You can't have a one without the rain. Every tear, every scar means you dare to feel this far. You don't fall from empty hands or lose what you don't understand. Every dream you let inside, open something you can't hide. Even when it hurts to stay, even when it fades away, it's the proof you chose to live and not just exist. You don't need to run from hurt or hide from what you feel. Every break inside your heart is something real. Where hope lives, so does fear, but it's what makes everything clear. Every fall, every start means you trusted your own heart. If you never let it in, you'll never feel the light. If you never take the risk, you'll never know the fight. Where hope lives, life begins through the loss and through the wins. Every pain, every spark is the echo of your heart. Hope still lives. Still lives.
New faces, new designs, different names for different times. Everything keeps shifting shape, like it's all been rearranged. We call it change, we call it new. A different world, a different view, but something underneath remains unchanged. We dress it up, we paint it bright, but truth still lives beneath the light. Everything looks like it's changed, but something stays the same. New forms, new ways to play the game, but the heart remains unchanged. We move, we shift, we redefine, but deep below the surface line, the core we try to rearrange hardly ever changes. New rules, new ways to speak, new answers for the same old needs. Different roads, but same desire. Different sparks, but same old fire. We chase the future, leave the past, thinking this will finally last. But every version that we see echoes what has always been. Time can change the outer frame, but not the root from where it came. Everything feels rearranged, but truth still stays the same. Different colors, different names, but the essence doesn't change. We build, we break, we redesign, but something constant lies inside. What looks like change upon this stage barely touches what remains. Maybe change is just the skin, a shifting world we're living in, while something deeper, quiet, true keeps carrying us through. Not everything that moves is new. Some things just change their view. Everything appears to change, but essence holds its place. We evolve in form and phase, but the core won't be replaced. So don't be fooled by what you see or how things seem to be. The surface changes endlessly,
about breaking walls and shifting fate. But every step you try to take is held back by the thoughts you keep. You blame the world, you blame the time. You say the odds are never fair, but nothing moves beyond your reach if your mind is still stuck there. The hardest thing you'll ever face is not the world outside. It's rewriting what you've told yourself 1,000 times inside. If you can't change your own mind, you can't change anything at all. Every action starts with thought. Every rise begins with a shift. The world won't move for someone who won't move within. If you wanna change your life, you have to start with your mind. You hold on to the same old beliefs, call them truth, call them just who I am. But every limit you defend is a wall built by your own hands. Nothing grows where doubt repeats, nothing changes where fear stays. The future waits on one decision, to think in a different way. You don't need a new opportunity, you don't need a different start. You need a new perspective that comes from inside your heart. If you can't change your own mind, you can't change anything at all. Every breakthrough you're looking for is behind the thoughts you hold. The world reflects what you believe, it answers what you claim. If you wanna change your life, you have to change your frame. Changing your mind isn't weakness, it's the strongest move you make. It's breaking patterns you've outgrown and choosing a different way. The moment you shift what you accept, everything else can follow through. Because the world you see outside starts with the world in you. Pause, reflect, rearrange, let the old thoughts fall away. This is where it all begins. This is where you change. If you can't change your own mind, nothing else will ever move. The key was never out there, it was always held by you. Every change you wanna see starts with what you choose to think. Change your mind, change your path, change the life you're living in. You don't change the world first, you change yourself, and everything else follows.
I've been knocked down more than once, watched my chances fall apart, felt the weight of every doubt, trying hard to stop my heart. They said maybe it's the end, maybe I should walk away. But something deep inside of me refused to let me stay. It's not over when you fall, it's not over when you break. The only time you really lose is when you walk away. You don't lose if you still believe. this is not the end. Every failure leaves a mark, every scar becomes a sign, not a weakness, not a loss, but proof you're still alive. You don't need to win it all, you don't need to get it right. All you need is just the will to keep up the fight. You can lose 1,000 times and still be standing tall, because giving up on yourself is the only fall. You don't lose if you keep going, if you rise again and again. Every step, every breath is a chance to begin. It's not over till you decide to let your fire end. As long as you believe in you, you will transcend. No one else can end your story. No one else can take your name. Only you can close the chapter. Only you can stop the flame. You don't lose if you're still fighting, if you're still holding on, even when it feels like everything you had is gone. As long as you don't give yourself up, there's still a road ahead, because the moment you choose to rise is the moment you've already won. You don't lose if you don't quit.
When the night won't let you breathe, and the weight won't let you leave, every road is closing in, like there's nowhere left to win. When the silence feels too loud, and you're lost inside the crowd, like your voice has disappeared, and your strength is nowhere near. Don't let the darkness take your name, don't let it steal your flame. Even when you feel
I used to measure life in days, watching time just drift away, counting breaths like that was proof that I was living something true. The silence filled the space I made. Nothing changed, nothing stayed, and deep inside I felt the truth. Breathing wasn't something new. A heartbeat doesn't mean you've tried, it just means you're still alive. Living is more than breathing air, more than simply being there. It's in the steps you choose to take, in every risk you dare to make. You don't come alive by standing still, you come alive by choosing will. Some stay safe inside the lines, never cross, never try, but safety keeps the world the same. It never learns, it never changes. You don't find yourself by chance, you find it in the things you chase, in every fall, in every move. That's where life speaks back to you. You don't need to feel no fear, you just need to meet it. Living is more than passing time, more than waiting for a sign. It's in the moments you decide to step beyond it and not to hide. You don't exist to just survive, you exist to feel alive. What if all the time you got is asking you to give it a shot? Not to wait, not to delay, but to move in some small way. Because the life you're meant to know won't come unless you go. Living is more than breath and bone, more than standing on your own. It's in the fire you choose to keep, and promises you choose to meet. You don't become by letting be, you become by what you see. So take a step, however small, that's where life begins to call. Not in what you say you'll do, but in what you actually do.
Yeah. I kept waiting for the day everything would fall in place. Told myself I feel okay when I found a better way. Chasing something far away, missing what I had today. Like happiness was something new that I had to prove. But what if it's not out there? What if it's right here? Not something I must find, but something I can feel. If you wanna be happy, then just be. You don't need a reason or guarantee. It's not in the future, it's not in the past, it's in every moment that you choose to have. You don't need a perfect life or everything to feel right. Every breath you take is proof that it's already in you. Even when it's not so bright, even when you have to fight, oh, there's a space you can create inside your state. You don't need a happiness is now not something you allow after everything is done, but something you become. If you want to be happy, then just be right here in this moment, fully free. I don't need a perfect life to finally see that happiness begins inside of me. Just be, happy.
I tried to add a little more layers on what I had before, chasing lines that felt complete until I couldn't feel the beat. Every color, every sound started blurring all around, and what I thought would make me shine just hid the truth I couldn't find. You don't see it in the noise, you hear it when it's stripped of voice. Less is everything you need when you let the excess leave. True beauty doesn't try too hard, it's quiet, clear and sharp. You don't need to complicate to show the depth you create. Sometimes the highest form you'll find is what you chose to leave behind. I watched the ones who didn't try to fill the room, to steal the light. They stood in calm, they didn't prove, and still the world began to move. No wasted words, no borrowed face, just something real you couldn't replace. A kind of strength that doesn't shout but never fades or burns out. Elegance is not in show, it's in what you choose to let go. Less is everything that stays when you clear the crowded space. It's not the loud, it's not the grand, it's the steady, simple hand. You don't need to overstate what's already resonating. The purest lines are always drawn with the least to hold them on. The world will tell you add some more to be, more to show. But the finest things endure because they stay simple and pure. Not what you pile on the frame, but what remains when you erase. Less is everything that lasts beyond the noise, beyond the past. No decoration, no disguise, just truth seen through your eyes. Because the clearest things we find are the ones we simplified. So take it back, strip it away, let the real be what remains. Because in the end you'll always see the simplest form is mastery.
I used to wait for something more, for someone else to open doors. Thought a moment would arrive and change the course of my life. I blame the time, I blame the chance, I blame the way things didn't land. But every road I didn't take was still in my own hands. No one's coming to rewrite the story I'm living in. The pen was never taken from me. I just didn't use it yet. Only I can change my life. No one else can do it for me. No one walks my steps. No one feels this path. No one sees what I see. I can wait or I can move. I can stay or I can try. But only I can change my life. Advice can guide, words can help, but they don't take the step themselves. No one carries what I carry. No one fights the same inside. Every shift begins with me. Every change I wanna see. The moment I decide to act, it's the moment I'm set free. Support can stand beside my road, but it can't replace my stride. No one else can live this life. I have to choose it mine. Only I can change my life. No one else can do it for me. They can speak, they can show the way, but they can't become me. I can rise or I can stay. I can doubt or I can try, but only I can change my life. It's not about doing it alone. It's about owning every step. Help can come, but it's still my choice to take it or forget. Power doesn't come from waiting. It comes from deciding now. The moment I take responsibility, it's the moment I become. Stand up, breathe in, take control. Feel the weight, become your own. This life moves when I decide, not before. Only I can change my life, and now I finally see. No more waiting, no more hoping for someone else to carry me. Every step belongs to me. Every choice defines my way. Only I can change my life, starting from today. No one can live it for me. No one can change it for me. So I will. Time doesn't ask for permission. It moves whether we're ready or not. Seasons turn without warning, rewriting everything we thought. We try to hold what we know, pretend it will stay the same, but every moment slipping forward is calling us to change. You can resist it, fight it, hide, or you can meet it where it stands. The wave will come regardless. It's up to you how you land. Change is coming anyway. That part we can't control, but whether we grow through it is a choice inside our soul. We can break or we can bend, we can close or we can rise. Change is certain in this life, but growth is something we decide. haven't used yet. You can stay the same through everything, carry the same old view, or let the shift reshape your thinking into someone new. Nothing forces you to grow, even when the world demands it. Growth begins the moment you choose to understand it. Change is coming anyway, that part we can't control. But whether we grow through it is a choice inside our soul. We can run or we can face it, we can fall or redefine. Change will shape the outer world, but growth reshapes the mind. Change doesn't promise comfort, it doesn't guarantees, but it offers something deeper if you choose to see. Every shift holds a question, what will you become? And the answer isn't written until you decide it's done. Let it move, let it come, feel the ground rearrange. You're not losing who you were, you're choosing who you'll be. Change is coming anyway, so I choose to grow through it. I won't stay the same by accident, I'll become something new with it. I'll take what I can learn, leave what I don't need behind. Change may shape my path, but growth is always mine. You can't stop change, but you can decide what it makes of you.
I thought if I just let it be, things would find their way to peace. No need to push, no need to try. Time would make it right. But silence slowly changed its shape. What I ignored began to break, and little cracks I couldn't see turned into everything. Nothing good is built by chance, nothing strong survives by accident. If you don't guide it, it will fall. If you don't shape it, it won't grow. The better path won't find itself. You have to choose the road. Left alone, it drifts away. Quietly, it starts to fade. If you want it to become something, you have to change it on purpose. I've seen love lose its steady flame, seen dreams dissolve without a name. Not because they weren't real, but because they weren't held. Everything requires a hand, a will to build, a will to stand. Without intention, even light can disappear. Decay is easy, it takes no fight, but growth demands a conscious mind. If you don't lead it, it will slip. If you don't care, it won't exist. The best in life is never free, it's built deliberately. Left untouched, it loses form. Quiet change becomes the storm. If you want it to be right, you have to make it right. Time doesn't fix what we avoid, it only makes the damage void. The absence of a guiding hand is where things fall apart. To build, to keep, to make it last, you have to act. Nothing rises on its own, nothing grows without being shown. The way, the care, the steady will, the changes when you leave. Left alone it falls with intention. It becomes
I've got words written in my head, lines I've said but never said. Big intentions, perfect lines, waiting for a better time. I drew the future clean and bright. Every move was mapped just right, but the mirror doesn't lie. Nothing changes standing by. A plan without a step today, it's just a hope that fades away. If I don't move, if I don't start, it's only kindness to my heart. A plan is just ink on paper. If I don't act right now, good intentions won't take me where effort hasn't allowed. I don't need another promise, I don't need another vow. If I believe what I've written, I've gotta live it out. I've said tomorrow way too long, like delay was playing strong. But every dream I meant to chase lost a little time and space. No one's coming to my door to tell me what I'm waiting for. The moment's quiet but it's clear, the work begins from here. I don't need to know it all, I just need to answer the call. Every second I delay turns belief into decay. A plan is just ink on paper. If I don't act right now, good intentions won't take me where effort hasn't allowed. I don't need another promise, I don't need another vow. If I believe what I've written, I've gotta live it out. No applause for what I planned, only for what I withstand. Every vision, every goal needs my body, needs my soul. I'm done being almost there, done confusing hope with care. If this dream is really mine, it deserves my time. A plan is just ink on paper till I put it to the test. Every step turns good intentions into something real and flesh. I don't wait for motivation, I move first then it comes around. If I want the life I picture, I start building it now. So I close the book, stand up straight. This is not a future today. What I planned, I start to read today. That's the difference, plans are made.
I spent my days chasing more, counting what I could call my own. Every win, every gain still felt empty, just the same. I thought life was something I'd hold, a story written just for me alone. But something shifted deep inside when I looked beyond my side. It wasn't what I kept or claimed, it was the lives I ever changed. Maybe the meaning of this life is in the hands we hold at night, in every heart we choose to see, in every act of empathy. It's not about what we achieve, it's about the love we leave. A simple word, a quiet care can change a world without a glade. Don't need to rise above, just lift someone up with love. Because the moments that remain aren't the ones we chase for fame. They're the ones where someone knew they weren't alone because of you. You don't find purpose standing find it when you give your all. Maybe the meaning of our days is found in small and gentle ways, not in power, not in pride, but in who we stand beside. The life that truly feels complete is one that learns to give, not keep. What if we're not meant to shine alone? What if we're here to help others grow? Not to take, not to prove, but to give in everything we do. Because a life that only lives for self leaves something missing on the shelf. Maybe the purpose we're chasing for is already at someone else's door. In every hand we choose to hold, in every story left untold. When all is said and all is done, it's who we serve that makes us one. So I'll give more than I receive. That's how I choose to live, because in the end it's clear to me to serve is to be free. Is to be free.
I said it all 1,000 times, how someday I would cross that line. Perfect words, the timing right, still standing in the same damn light. I talked it up, I talked it through, like talking was the thing to do. But dreams don't move when voices do. They move when bodies choose. Every promise sounds the same if nothing changes day to day. I got tired of hearing me saying who I'm gonna be. Let's talk more steps, that's the way it starts. No speeches in the dark, just action in my heart. I don't need to say it loud, I don't need a crowd. If I really want this life, I move, not shout. Everyone's got something planned, something big they understand. But plans decay when left alone, like words carved into stone. I watched the clock, I watched the doubt, found a million ways to talk around, but silence with a forward move is stronger than the truth out loud. No more stories, no excuses, no more waiting for the uses. If this fire's really mine, it shows up in my time. Let's start more steps, that's the way it starts. No speeches in the dark, just action in my heart. I don't need to say it loud, I don't need a crowd. If I really want this life, I move, not shout. Nobody claps for the start, they clap when you don't fall apart. When it's boring, when it's hard, when no one knows who you are. I don't know explanations, only repetitions. Every quiet move I make is proof I'm awake. Let's talk more steps, even when I'm scared. Every move I dare gets me somewhere. I don't need the perfect line, I don't need the perfect time. If I'm serious about beginning, I begin tonight. So I stop explaining why, close my mouth and cross the line. If something's calling me to start, I answer it with action. Now words We thought love was something fixed, like it would never shift, like the way we felt that night would always stay the same. But we slowly drifted still, not from lost but from the will to keep learning who we are and meeting where we've changed. It wasn't time to get away or something we couldn't control. It was the moment we stood still and stopped trying to grow. Love doesn't die on its own. It fades when we don't grow, when we stop reaching out, when we stop letting go. It's not the end of the spark or the loss of the start. It's the silence we choose when we stop growing hearts. You can stay inside the same or evolve through every change. Every feeling that you build needs something new. Every day is not the same, and neither are we inside. So if we don't move along, we slowly lose the light. It's not about holding on tight or fearing what may change. It's about the way we grow through joy and pain. Love doesn't die overnight. It fades in quiet ways when we stop becoming more through all our days. It's not the fault of time or something out of sight. It's the moment we stop growing that dims the light. What if love is something alive that needs to be fed? Not just words that we said, but the way that we spread. Love stays alive when we grow through the highs and the lows. Every step that we take keeps the feeling in flow. It's not about staying the same or holding it tight. It's about choosing to grow and keep it alive. And grow in love.
Mm-mm. Yeah, ay. I've been looking side to side, measuring my worth in their lives. Every step, every move, trying hard to match their truth. They seem brighter, they seem strong, like I've been doing it all wrong. Chasing shadows I can't hold, losing pieces of my soul. But every time I draw that line between their life and mine, I feel something break inside, a quiet kind of crying. Don't compare me to the world, don't measure who I am, because every time I do, I lose where I stand. I was never meant to be anyone but me, and every time I forget that, I set myself free. There's a path that's only mine, with a rhythm, with a time, not ahead and not behind, just a different kind of line. What they have is not my own, what I build is mine alone, and no mirror in their eyes can define my life. It's not a race I have to win, it's a life I have to live. And every time I choose myself, it's something I can give. Don't compare me to the world, don't tear my spirit down, because every time I try, I let myself drown. I was never meant to fit in someone else's frame, and every time I see that truth, I reclaim my name. There's no version of me missing.
You talk about changing everything, about breaking walls and shifting fate. But every step you try to take is held back by the thoughts you keep. You blame the world, you blame the time. You say the odds are never fair, but nothing moves beyond your reach if your mind is still stuck there. The hardest thing you'll ever face is not the world outside. It's rewriting what you've told yourself 1,000 times inside. If you can't change your own mind, you can't change anything at all. Every action starts with thought, every rise begins with a shift. The world won't move for someone who won't move within. If you wanna change your life, you have to start with your mind. You hold on to the same old beliefs, call them truth, call them just who I am. But every limit you defend is a wall built by your own hands. Nothing grows where doubt repeats, nothing changes where fear stays. The future waits on one decision, to think in a different way. You don't need a new opportunity, you don't need a different start. You need a new perspective that comes from inside your heart. If you can't change your own mind, you can't change anything at all. Every breakthrough you're looking for is behind the thoughts you hold. The world reflects what you believe, it answers what you claim. If you wanna change your life, you have to change your frame. Changing your mind isn't weakness, it's the strongest move you make. It's breaking patterns you've outgrown and choosing a different way. The moment you shift what you accept, everything else can follow through. Because the world you see outside starts with the world in you. Pause, reflect, rearrange, let the old thoughts fall away. This is where it all begins. This is where you change. If you can't change your own mind, nothing else will ever move. The key was never out there, it was always held by you. Every change you wanna see starts with what you choose to think. Change your mind, change your path, change the life you're living in. You don't change the world first, you change yourself, and everything else follows. Yeah. Ooh. Running like I'm out of time, chasing every finish line, filling up each empty space, just to keep up with the pace. Yeah. Every moment blurred away, trying not to fall behind. But the faster that I go, the less I feel inside. What if slowing down is where I finally begin? What if life is more than just the race I'm in? There's more to life than moving fast, more to living than chasing past. I don't need to run to feel alive, I just need to breathe and lose my mind to know that life is more than time. Slow down, feel the ground, hear the silence, hear the sound. Everything you're searching for is already around us. There's more to life than what you chase, more to living than winning the race. I don't need to go so fast to make it right, because the beauty of this life is in the time. Slow down, ooh, ooh, ooh. Slow down, ooh, ooh, ooh. Slow down, feel alive.
Yeah. There were days I couldn't move, buried deep in what I lost. Time kept slipping through my hands, and I was counting all the cost. I thought I'd fallen far behind, like I had missed my only chance. Watching others run ahead while I could barely stand. But something grew inside the pain, a strength I couldn't see. The longer that I held on, the stronger I could be. In the heart that learns to endure, there's a power yet to rise. Everything begins from there, from the fire deep inside. So I'll start again, I'll rise again, no matter where I've been, because a year or two is nothing in a life this long I live. You can lose your way for a while, you can fall and take your time. There's no rule that says your path has to follow someone's line. Every pause, every delay isn't something you should fear. Sometimes stepping back in life is what makes your future clear. You don't lose by taking time, you don't break by slowing down. The strength you build in silence will turn your life around. In the heart that learns to endure, there's a power waiting still. Everything you thought you lost can return through your will. So I'll start again, I'll rise again, with nothing left to hide, because no delay can take away the strength I have inside. It's never too late to begin, it's never too late to grow.
Yeah, I used to run against the time, trying hard to force the climb. Every step felt out of breath, chasing something I hadn't met. Then I stopped and looked around, felt my feet against the ground. Realized the pace I need is the one that lets me breathe. You don't have to rush the road or race to where it ends. You just need to keep it moving again and again. No rush, no rest, step by step. Every move I make is progress. I don't need to fly, I just won't stop, because the only way I lose is when I drop. You don't win by burning out or letting fear decide your route. Every second that you stay still moves you on. tight to what I knew, even when it held me back. Familiar roads felt safe to walk, even when they kept me trapped. I called it comfort, called it home, even when it stopped my breath. It's hard to leave what feels like you, even when it's slowly fading. Courage isn't always forward motion, it's not always standing tall. Sometimes it's loosening your grip on what you've always called your own. Courage is the strength to let go of what you've always known, not because it's easy or clear, but because you've outgrown it. What feels safe can't hold you still, what you leave can set you free. Courage is releasing what no longer lets you be. There's a quiet fear in walking away from what once gave you meaning, even if it doesn't fit anymore. It still feels like something worth keeping, but staying just because it's known is another kind of loss. Growth asks for empty hands sometimes before it gives you more. You don't lose yourself by letting go, you find what's underneath the space you make by leaving. Is where you learn to breathe. Courage is the strength to let go of what you've always known, even when your hands still shake, even when you feel alone. What feels like loss is movement, what you drop becomes your wings. Courage is the moment you release unnecessary things. Let go of the roles that don't fit, let go of the fear of change, let go of the version of you that only exists to stay the same. You don't need to hold everything to prove that you are strong. Sometimes strength is trusting you can carry on. Open your hands, let it fall, feel the weight leave your soul. Nothing new can reach you if you're still holding it all. Courage is the strength to let go, to trust what comes after, not knowing what's ahead, but knowing you've chosen better. What you release becomes your path, what you leave becomes your ground. Courage is letting go and still moving forward. Courage isn't holding on forever, it's knowing when to release. And the moment you let go, you begin again. I tried to lock my heart away after everything that broke that day. Told myself I'd never feel something I couldn't control or heal. Built up walls, kept it safe, every memory in its place. But silence never eased the pain, it only made it stay. You can hide, you can run, but love's not something you outrun. There's no cure for love, but more love. No way around, no way above. You don't heal by closing doors,
the healing begins. I thought the answer was to numb every feeling that could come, but empty hearts don't break in two, they just forget what's true. So I took a breath and tried again, let the light back in. Not because I wasn't scared, but because I still cared. Pain doesn't mean you chose it wrong, it means you felt it strong. There's no cure for love, but more love. And after all the scars you've got, you don't fix a heart by shutting it down, you fix it by letting it out. Even if it breaks once more, that's what your heart is for. What if the risk is part of a cure? What if the hurt makes love feel pure? You don't get peace by turning away, you find it when you stay. Because love isn't meant to be safe, it's meant to be brave. There's no cure for love, but more love through the dark, through the unknown. You don't find it by letting go, you find it by letting it grow. Every tear, every fall means you gave it your all. So I won't hide, I won't pretend, I'll choose to love again. Because the only way to heal is to feel again.
Time doesn't ask for permission, it moves whether we're ready or not. Seasons turn without warning, rewriting everything we thought. We try to hold what we know, pretend it will stay the same, but every moment slipping forward is calling us to change. You can resist it, fight it, hide, or you can meet it where it stands. The wave will come regardless, it's up to you how you land. Change is coming anyway, that part we can't control. But whether we grow through it is a choice inside our soul. We can break or we can bend, we can close or we can rise. Change is certain in this life, but growth is something we decide. Every loss, every new direction, every moment we didn't expect, they're not just endings or disruptions, the chances we haven't used yet. You can stay the same through everything, carry the same old view, or let the shift reshape your thinking into someone new. Nothing forces you to grow, even when the world demands it. Growth begins the moment you choose to understand it. Change is coming anyway, that part we can't control. But whether we grow through it is a choice inside our soul. We can run or we can face it, we can fall or redefine. Change will shape the outer world, but growth reshapes the mind. Change doesn't promise comfort, it doesn't guarantee ease, but it offers something deeper if you choose to see. Every shift holds a question: what will you become? And the answer isn't written until you decide it's done. Let it move, let it come, feel the ground rearrange. You're not losing who you were, you're choosing who you'll be. Change is coming anyway, so I choose to grow through it. I won't stay the same by accident, I'll become something new with it. I'll take what I can learn, leave what I don't need behind. Change may shape my path, but growth is always mine. You can't stop change, but you can decide what it makes of you. What it makes of you. I try to lift with everything I owned, every weight I called my own. Old regrets and borrowed fears, all the voices from the years. I thought holding on meant strength, letting go would make me fall, but I couldn't leave the ground at all while carrying it all. The higher I wanted to go, the more I had to see. Not everything I'm holding was ever meant for me. If you want to touch the sky, you have to let some things fall. You can't rise while you're holding everything at once. What feels like loss is freedom. What you drop can set you free. To fly you have to let go of what's weighing you down. Some weights had names and memories, some were comfort in disguise. Familiar pain I didn't question, because it felt like part of my life. But not every story stays with you, not every fear belongs. Some things only live as chains, 'cause you've held them too long. I didn't lose myself by releasing, I found what was underneath. The moment I opened my hands was the moment I could breathe. If you wanna touch the sky, you have to let some things fall. You can't climb with full hands, trying to carry it all. What feels like loss is movement. What you leave becomes your wings. To fly you have to let go of what's weighing you down. Let go of the voice that says you're not enough. Let go of the past that keeps you small. Let go of the need to hold everything. You were never meant to carry it all. Freedom isn't something you find, it's something you allow. Every release is is a step upward, starting now. Open your hands, feel the air, feel the lift that's always there. Nothing changes until you choose to drop what you don't need to use. If you wanna touch the sky, you have to let some things fall. The weight you carry isn't you. You can live without it all. What you release becomes your strength. What you drop becomes your ground. To fly you have to let go of what's weighing you down. You don't rise by holding on, you rise by releasing. So if you wanna fly, let it go. They told me slow it down, be wise, play it safe, don't risk your life. Have a plan, don't make mistakes. Don't chase dreams you can't explain. But something restless in my chest never let me settle yet. Every time I thought I'd stay, it pulled me just a little away. Maybe knowing less is how you grow. Maybe losing's how you know. Stay hungry, don't feel full. Stay foolish, don't play it cool. Keep reaching past what you can't see. Even if it scares you deep, you don't find a life that's new by doing what you're told to do. I made mistakes I can't erase, walked in circles, lost my place. But every wrong step that I took opened up another look. You don't learn by getting it right, you learn by stepping in the fight, by chasing things you don't control. That's how you shape your soul. Comfort builds a quiet cage, but risk is where you turn the page. Stay hungry, keep that fire. Stay foolish, reach a little higher. Don't let fear define your way. Don't let safe make you stay. The ones who change the world around are the ones who break from ground. What if the thing you're scared to try is the thing that changes your life? Not the safe road, not the plan, but the leap you don't understand. Because playing small won't get you far. You've got to be a little bizarre. Stay hungry, never done. Stay foolish, stay undone. Keep the part that questions all, even when you feel small. Because the life you're meant to choose belongs to those who dare to lose. So I won't settle, I won't stay, I'll keep chasing anyway. Because the only thing I know is I'm not done. I've seen people run so fast, chasing shadows from the past, trying hard to prove their pace, like speed alone could win the race. But I've been walking step by step, carrying every breath I've kept. No shortcuts, no sudden light, just moving forward through the night. It's not about how fast you go, it's about the path you hold. I walk slow, but I don't turn back. Every step keeps me on track. It may take time, it may take years, but I'm still moving through the fears. I don't need to rush ahead, I just won't go where I've already been. Some days feel like standing still, like I've lost the will to feel. But even then, beneath it all, there's a quiet voice that calls. Not to run, not to hide, but to stay here and decide that even one small step today is better than fading away. Progress doesn't always show, but it's there in what you don't let go. I walk slow, but I don't fall back. I don't live in what I lack. Every step I choose to take is a move I get to make. It's not about how far I've come, it's that I'm not where I was from. What if slow is how you grow? What if steady's all you need to know? Not every journey has to race, some are meant to find their pace. Because going back is losing ground, and I've come too far to turn around. I walk slow, but I don't retreat. Every mile is mine to keep. Through the doubt, through the pain, I'll choose forward again. No matter how long it takes, I won't undo the steps I've made. So I'll keep going, come what may. Not perfect, just this way. Because the only thing I know is I won't go back. I was walking without a map, just a feeling, nothing back. Days were moving out of frame, every wish looked just the same. I could feel it in my chest, something more I couldn't name. Like a shape without a light, like a star without a flame. Then I stopped and faced the dark, drew a line, a tiny mark. Not the end, not the view, just a point I'm heading to. I set a goal and suddenly I could see what's next to me. What was hidden in the haze found a form, found a way. I don't need the whole design, just a line to guide my eyes. When I name the dream ahead, the invisible begins to make sense. Every mountain looked the same till I called one by its name. Every step hard to trust when the future felt like dust. But the moment I decided where I want my feet to land, all the fog began to break into something I could stand. I don't rush, I don't pretend, I just choose a direction. Not a promise, not a sign, just a reason to align. I set a goal and suddenly I could see what's next to me. Was hidden in the haze, found a form, found a way. I don't need the whole design, just a line to guide my eyes. When I name the dream ahead, the invisible begins to make sense. I'm not chasing certainty, I'm just shaping what I see. Every goal is just a light, turning dark into a night. I don't know how far it goes, I just know which way is close. Every vision starts the same, with the courage to name. I set a goal and now I know where to stand and where to go. Was distant, undefined, found a place inside my mind. I don't need to see it all, just the next step when I fall. When I draw the dream ahead, the invisible becomes a path I can tread. So if the future feels unclear, put a name to what you fear. Draw the line, don't wait instead, that's the first step straight ahead.
I used to look at brighter skies, at flowers reaching far and wide, wondering why I wasn't tall or shining like them all. I tried to grow in someone's shape, to take a form I couldn't make, forgetting what's beneath my feet. We're meant for something different, but every life has its own ground, its own rhythm, its own sound. And every seed is meant to rise in its own time. So I will bloom my way, not big and not the same, with quiet pride inside my heart. I'll stand within my place, I don't need to be like them to prove that I can grow. Even the smallest flower has a light of its own. There's beauty in the gentle things, in softer colors, smaller wings. Not every bloom is meant to shout, some are meant to breathe. And every soul I pass along is growing in a way unknown, carrying a kind of grace no one else can show. If I can see my worth in me, then I can finally see that every life around me is just as meant to be. So I will bloom my way, without the need to chase another form, another light, another kind of place. And I will see in everyone a flower yet to grow, a beauty They liked me better when I stayed inside the lines they always made. No questions asked, no waves, no sound, just another face in the crowd. But something in me wouldn't sleep, a restless urge to shift the scene. The moment I began to move, the silence broke. Comfort smiles when nothing bends, but change reveals who won't pretend. If you wanna make some enemies, try to change the way things be. Break the pattern, shift the ground. Watch resistance gather round. Not everyone will understand, not everyone will take your hand, but every voice that stands opposed means you're closer than you know. I saw their faces turn away, heard the words they wouldn't say, doubt and fear behind their eyes, disguised as compromise. They didn't hate what I became, they feared the thought of doing the same, because change reflects the truth inside. They try to hide. It's easier to criticize than face the mirror in your eyes. If you wanna make some enemies, dare to choose a different way. Stand for something, shift the norm. You'll feel the pressure of the storm, but don't mistake the noise you hear for something you should learn to fear. Sometimes the strongest pushback grows when you're breaking through the old. Every step that rewrites rules was once rejected, called a fool. Every change that shaken now was doubted then, but still allowed. They may resist, they may oppose, but time decides how truth unfolds. If you wanna make some enemies, then change is where you start. Not because you seek the fight, but because you follow hard. Let them doubt and let them speak. You don't need their certainty. Every voice that stands against is proof you're making a difference. Not everyone will walk with you, but if no one stands against you, maybe nothing has changed. No, no, no. I saw 100 open roads shining in the sun. Each one promised something new before I'd even begun. It's easy to be tempted when progress feels too slow, to call it finding better when really you just go. Starting over feels exciting, staying feels hard. The ones who make it through aren't louder than the rest. They just picked a road and stayed when it got stressed. Not every day was shining, not every mile was straight. They didn't win by magic, they won by staying. I've quit before the harvest because the field was dry. Called it changing direction when it was fear in disguise. But roots don't grow in motion, they grow in chosen ground. You don't build something lasting by always looking around. Consistency isn't glamorous, but it builds empires. The ones who make it far didn't chase every flame, they chose one spark and fed it through the rain. When doubt knocked loudly, when praise ran late, they didn't leave the road, they stay, grow. Success isn't a sprint, it's repetition and pain. It's showing up tomorrow after loss and rain. It's loving something long enough to see it through, not when it's easy. timing. The ones we call successful didn't avoid the storm. They just kept walking forward through every changing form. They didn't quit the calling when comfort called them away. They built their future quietly because they stayed. Talent can open doors, luck can give a start, but only endurance finishes the part. You don't carve a mountain by striking once, you carve it by staying for years, not months. Still here, still walking, still walking. The ones who reached the summit weren't born above. They just chose a path and chose it with love. When distractions glittered, when progress felt late, they didn't run from the road. They stayed. Not louder, not faster, just faithful. Hey. They say you're too young to know. They say you're too old to try. They draw a line in time, like dreams expire. But I've seen fire in tired eyes and fear in the fresh and new. So maybe it was never age, but what we choose to do. The clock can count the years, but it can't define your will. There's no age for a dream, no time to deny. If it lives in your heart, you're still alive. Young or old, it doesn't matter. When you decide, where there is a will, a way will rise. Some start early, some start late, some restart again. Some find courage after loss, some before it ends. But every road begins the same, with a step into unknown. And the ones who dare to take it find a path of their own. It's not about the number, it's about the spark. There's no age for a dream, no perfect time. You don't need permission to redefine. If your heart still whispers, this is mine, then follow it forward. Leave doubt behind. Start now, that's enough. You don't lose your chance with time, you lose it when you stop. You don't miss your moment until you drop. The world may doubt your timing, may question what you choose, but no one walks your story except for you. The door doesn't close, you just stop knocking. There's no age for a dream, say it again. It doesn't fade, it waits within. If you carry purpose through every year, the road will open right here. Dreams don't measure wrinkles or how many days you've seen. They measure how much fire you're willing to bring. A heart that keeps on choosing will never be too late. Because purpose doesn't age, it only waits. Still breathing, still possible. There's no age for a dream, no end, no line. As long as you're here, the future is mine. Young or old, it doesn't matter. When you believe, where there is a will, the road will be not too late, not too early, just now. I built my heart like a fortress, high walls, heavy gates. Told myself it's safer if I hesitate. I watched from a distance, felt the warmth outside, but fear kept whispering, better to hide. Protection feels powerful until it feels alone. There's nothing to lose in loving, nothing at all. You might fall, but you were built to There's nothing to lose in loving, only to gain a moment of fire through the rain. If you hide from the chance, you'll stay the same. But love is the only way to change. Love isn't a gamble, it's a door. It doesn't take from you, it gives you more. Even when it ends, it leaves a mark, not a wound, a spark open. Even scared, there's nothing to lose in loving. Say it out loud, even if you're trembling in front of the crowd. Because the only life you waste is the one you refuse. There's nothing to lose in loving, nothing to lose. Love anyway. They chase the shine, the louder things, golden lights and diamond rings. Every step a grand display, trying hard to stand above the gray. But I've seen quiet steal the room, in a voice that doesn't bloom. No need to prove, no need to show, just something real beneath it all. The less you hide, the more you are. The truth shines brightest without the scars. Simple is where the beauty lives, in the little things you don't overgive. No need for more, no need to pretend. Elegance starts where the extras end. It's not the noise, it's not the show, it's the calm that lets you glow. You don't need layers to be seen, no perfect lines, no in between. The way you stand, the way you breathe says more than what you try to be. Somewhere masked to feel complete, some find truth in what's beneath, and the ones who let it be hold a quiet dignity. There's a grace in letting go of everything you don't need to show. Simple is where the elegance stays, in the soft and unspoken ways. No heavy crown, no borrowed name, just a steady kind of flame. It's not the loud that makes you whole, it's the stillness in your soul. The world will try to complicate, tell you more's what makes you great, but the finest things remain clear and light without the strain. Beauty isn't built to impress, it's found in what you don't excess. Simple is the truest form, where nothing's forced, nothing's worn. No need to add, no need to prove, just be yourself and let it move. Because the purest kind of glow is the one that doesn't show. So take it back, strip it away, let the quiet lead the way. Because in the end you'll always find the simplest things outlast time.
They told me I had to win, had to prove it in the end, had to stand above the rest, like that's the only test. But some days I barely breathe, some days victory feels cheap. Still I wake up, still I try, that's the truth I can't deny. I'm not promised first place, I'm not owed the crown, I'm only asked to show up and not let myself down. I'm not required to win the race, I'm required to give my best, to show up honest every day and handle what's next. I don't chase the perfect score, I don't fight for empty praise. My duty is to try again and do my best to Some will fall, some will hear the louder call. I stop measuring my worth by the finish or the hurt. If I gave what I had inside, if I didn't run or hide, then no loss can take away what I earned along the way. I won't borrow someone's pace, I won't rush my own growth rate. All I owe this life I live is the best I can give. I'm not required to win the race, I'm required to give my best, to show up honest every day and handle what's next. I don't chase the perfect score, I don't fight for empty praise. My duty is to try again and do my best today. When I fall, I stand with grace, not ashamed of my pace. Effort's something I control, more than trophies, more than gold. Even tired, even scared, I still show that I care. That's the promise that I keep. Every promise starts with me. I'm not required to win the race, but I won't walk away. I'll give everything I have in my own honest way. If tomorrow comes or not, I'll meet it unafraid, because I live my responsibility and did my best today. So I rest my head at night when I showed up and tried, and I'm not as confirmed and did my best today. So I rest my head at night knowing I showed up and tried. Win or lose, come with me, I did my best today.
You say I'm beautiful tonight, you say I'm smart and kind, you list the things you love about me, like I'm a state of mind. But what if all that faded? What if I changed somehow? Would you still be standing here, or only love me now? Am I a collection of things you approve? Don't love me for the reasons you can write down. Don't love me for the spotlight or the crown. Love me when I'm silent, love me when I'm plain. Love me just because it's me, not what I've gained. If beauty slips like sunlight, if wisdom turns unsure, if goodness has a moment when I can't be pure, will I still be worthy when I don't impress? Or does your love depend on my best? I don't wanna be a resume you fell in love with. Don't love me for the reasons that might fade, not for the charm or the choices I've made. Love me when I'm flawed, when I don't agree. Love me without the because, just love me for me. No condition, no clause, love that's built on reasons can crumble with time if one brick falls away. Does the rest unwind? I don't wanna earn affection every single day. I wanna know your heart chose me anyway. Not because I shine, but because I am. Don't love me for my beauty, it won't always stay. Don't love me for my kindness, it might bend someday. Love me when I'm changing, when I'm unsure and free. Love me without explanation, just because it's me. If love needs justification, it's already weak. Real love isn't logical, it doesn't critique. It sees the whole in perfect shape and says I choose not what you offer, but you, not burn. Don't love me for the reasons that glitter and gleam. Don't love me for the version that fits your dream. Love me when I falter, when I disagree. Love me without the why. someday. Let the hours drift away. Built my plans on what could be, but never what was in front of me. Tomorrow always felt so wide. A better time I'd step inside. But days kept passing quietly, and nothing changed inside of me. Dreams don't grow, and maybe then they grow the moment you begin. One today is worth two tomorrow. A single step beats borrowed hope. Right now matters more than later. That's the truth we always know. You don't build a life someday, you build it in the steps you take today. I waited for the perfect sign, for everything to feel aligned. But perfect never showed its face. It only came when I embraced the awkward start, the unsure ground, the shaky steps without a sound. Because action speaks where waiting dies, and small moves turn into bigger strides. Time won't wait for you to feel ready. It moves with those who move already. One today is worth two tomorrow. More than promises you follow. Right now carries all the weight of the life you want to create. You don't need a flawless plan, just a moment and a steady hand. What if today was all you had? No future left to make it back. Would you still wait? Would you delay? Or would you finally choose today? Because tomorrow isn't guaranteed, but today is all you need. One today is worth two tomorrow. A step right now outshines the road. You don't need to see it all, just answer when you feel the call. The life you want begins this way, with what you choose to do today. So don't trade now for what might be. Today is your reality, and everything you hope to be starts here.
There will be walls I can't see through, heavy nights where I don't feel true. Questions stacking in my head, wondering if I've been misled. Hey, there will be days I doubt my name, days I fear I've lost the flame. I'll fall short, I'll miss the mark, trip and stall in the dark. But every scar I didn't choose still is something I can use. Nothing broken, nothing lost, if I'm willing to pay the cost. I'll hit the wall, I'll lose my way, I'll fail 100 times, okay. But limits fade when effort stays. There's no final line. Fear may whisper, doubt may shout, try to tell me I'm burned out. Still I move, still I climb, effort erases the line. I'm mistaking pain for ends, thought the fall meant this is it. But every time I stood back up, the ground was higher than before. I've seen hope wear a disguise, looking just like sacrifice. Nothing grows without the strain, nothing earned without the pain. Oh, I don't promise I won't break, I promise I won't stay that way. Every time I choose to try, the ceiling lifts a little higher. I'll hit the wall, I'll lose my way, I'll fail 100 times. I'll face the wall, I'll face the fear. Still I'm standing, still I'm here. Limits don't survive the grind. There's no final line. I may bend, I may fall behind, but effort stretches space and time. As long as I continue on, the limit's already gone. So let the doubts come, let them try. They won't decide when I'm done. As long as I keep moving forward, there is no end. Only one more run. I chase the glow, the brightest side, the kind of shine you cannot hide. Every dream lit up my name like nothing else could feel the same. But standing there in all that light, I saw the edge of something dark, a silence creeping just beneath the place I thought I'd finally reach. The higher you rise, the more you see the parts no one believes. Where there's a light that burns so strong, there's a shadow just as long. Every high comes with a fall, every glow can hide it all. You can have one without the other. They're two sides of each other. I've seen love that shines so bright, still cast out in the night. Hearts that beat with all they have, still carry fears they never had. The more you feel, the more you know how deep the quiet shadows go. Because the things that matter most are the ones that haunt you close. You don't escape the darker side, you learn to let it live beside. Where there's a light you hold so dear, there's a shadow always near. Every hope that lifts you high holds a fear you can't deny. You don't erase what comes with it, you learn to live in the midst of it. Maybe the shadow makes it real, gives the light a way to feel. Without the dark, without the pain, would the brightness stay the same? You don't break from what you see, you become what you can be. Where there's a light that leads your way, there's a shadow that will stay. Not to take but to remind what it means to be alive. Because the brightest parts we hold are shaped by what we don't control. So I won't run from what I find. The light, the dark, both intertwine. Because to shine the way we do means carrying the shadow too. I've carried days I can't rewind, Echoes running through my mind, things I wish I'd done another way, words I wish I didn't say. I thought they'd follow where I go, like I can never let them go, like every step was tied to them, and I just live it all again. But time doesn't ask you to stay, it opens up a brand new day. Today is the first day of the rest of your life, not a shadow of yesterday, not a replay of what's gone by. You can start from where you stand, you don't need to understand. Just take a breath and step inside this brand new life. You don't erase what came before, but you don't have to be it anymore. Every choice you make right now is where you turn your story around. The past is written, it won't change, but you're not locked inside its frame, because the moment you decide is where a new you comes alive. You're not behind, you're not too late, you're just standing at the gate. Today is the first day, a clean and open page. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to engage. Every step you choose to take is a chance to recreate the life you thought you lost somewhere is waiting here. What if this is where it starts? Not tomorrow, but right where you are. No grand sign, no perfect plan, just the courage to begin again. Because the future isn't far, it lives inside where you are. Today is the first day of the life you're meant to live, not defined by yesterday, but by what you choose to give. You don't need to change it all, just answer when you hear the call, 'cause everything you want to be starts today. So let it go, let it be. You're more than what you used to see, and every dawn will always say, this is your first day.
They talk about the things they do, if they had time, if they had proof. Draw the lines, explain it all, from a place they never fall. They know the words, they know the way, they've got advice for every day. But there's a distance in their eyes from the life they theorize. It's easy standing on the side, harder stepping into the fire. Some people do, some people say, some build the road, some map the way. life you choose. It's not about who's right or wrong. We've all been standing there too long. But something shifts when you decide to leave the edge and step inside. Because the world won't change from dark, it changes when someone walks. So be the one who steps ahead, not just a voice inside your head. Turn every word into a move. Let your life become the proof. You don't need to know it all. Just be the one who answers the call. Say what you will, but in the end, it's what you did that stands again. Because the difference always proves between the ones who say and the ones who move.
I've been running hard, chasing days, trying not to lose my way. Every night I learned again, strength is built and I don't bend. But I've seen what breaks a soul, winning everything alone. So I kept my hands open wide, even when I had to fight. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I feel it building now. Every effort, every choice, every time I raise my voice, with a heart that stays calm. If I work with all my heart and I keep my candle strong, good things find their way to me. They don't take that long. I don't need a force to go. I don't need to rush the signs. When I give my best each day, life keeps giving back in time. Some days are more than they should. Some nights test what I stood for. Still I choose to show up clean, not forgetting what it means. I've seen anger win a race, but kindness lasts and stays. So I breathe and move ahead with respect for where I've been. Every step I take with care leaves a light behind me there, even when I can't yet see what tomorrow brings to me. If I worked with all my heart and I keep my kindness strong, good things find their way to me. They don't take that long. I don't need a voice to go. I don't need to ask the signs. When I give my best each day, life keeps giving back in time. I don't trade my soul for speed. I don't step on others' dreams. What I build is meant to last. So I move slow, but I move fast. Every smile I didn't fake, every promise that I kept, all the blood I put out there, it is a loss. It's coming back. If I work with all my heart and I stay gentle inside, one by one little things turn into a better It's 2 a.m. City lights on my skin. I've been running in circles again. I've been trying to play it cool, trying to act like I'm fine, but every road I take still leads to your side. I told myself I'd move on, I'd be strong alone, but your name in my phone feels like coming back home. I see a shadow in the back of my mind. Every silence screams louder at night. I was scared of falling, scared of the truth. Now I'm standing right here missing you. If I'm being honest, I don't wanna fake it. All the walls I built, you're the one who breaks them. I've been fighting this feeling, but I'm done pretending. Girl, you know my heart's still yours. So if you're right here tonight, I'll stop running, I'll stop the lies. Put my pride in the backseat, yeah. Just tell me it's alright. If you're right here tonight, let the past stay lost in time. Every beat of my heart says you're the only one I need tonight. Right here, right now. Don't let me fall back down. I was chasing empty eyes, chasing strangers' faces, trying to forget you in temporary places. But love ain't something you can replace. No, your touch still hits me in a different way. I learned the hard way, learned what I lost. Some mistakes cost more than they cost. If I could rewind, I'd choose you again. Every time, no hesitation. If I'm being honest, I was afraid of commitment, but loving you feels like something I've been saying. I don't wanna waste this, I don't wanna break this. Girl, I'm all in, no defense. Feel right here tonight, I'll stop running, I'll stop the lies. Put my pride in the backseat, yeah. Just tell me it's alright. If you're right here tonight, let the past stay lost in time. Every beat of my heart says you're the only one I need tonight. I'm not perfect, I know, but I'll give you my soul. No more maybes, no more someday. I choose you here and always. If you're right here tonight, let the world fade out of sight. All the broken parts of me finally feel alive. Yeah, if you're right here tonight, I don't need no alibi. Just stay with me till the sunrise. Right here tonight. Yeah, right here tonight. Yeah. Right here tonight. I try to hide the marks I made, every scar I couldn't erase. Thought they'd fade if I looked away, like they were something I should shame. Every fall I held inside, every tear I tried to hide, but silence never healed the pain. It only let it stay the same. You can run, you can pretend, but hurt won't leave until it's met. Turn your wounds into wisdom, let the pain become a guide. Every scar has something written, you don't have to let it hide. What once broke you can remake you, if you let it speak its truth. You don't lose by what you've been through, you become because of it. I used to wish you never came, every loss, every strain, but now I see in quiet ways it shaped the path I walk today. You don't grow without the fall, you don't learn without it all. The things that hurt the most do fade. What if the pain you carry now is the thing that shows you how to stand stronger than before and not fear it anymore? Because the truth beneath the scar is proof of who you are. Turn your wounds into wisdom. Don't let them go to waste. Every battle you've been through left the truth you can't erase. You don't need to be unbroken. You just need to understand that your past is not your ending. It's the making of your strength. So I won't hide what I've been through. Every scar has made me new. And in the end I finally see my wounds were teaching me.
I keep my phone on silent still. Not 'cause I don't care, I will. Just need a space to hear my thoughts. Somewhere the noise can't tie me up. I like the quiet, like the air. No expectations waiting there. But sometimes when the night gets long, I wish that someone knew I'm not that strong. It's not that I don't want you near, I just don't wanna disappear. I don't wanna be alone, I just need to be left alone. There's a difference in the space I need between distance and being unseen. Stay close but don't close in. Let me breathe, let me begin. I don't wanna lose the light, just trying to keep it mine. You say talk to me, let me in, but words don't always know where to begin. It's not a wall I'm building high, it's just a line I need inside. I'm not running from your care, I just need to meet it there, where I'm still myself and free, and not someone you want me to be. Love isn't holding every part, sometimes it's giving room to start. I don't wanna be alone, I just need to be left alone. Not abandoned, not set aside, just space enough to feel alive. Stay near without pulling tight, be my calm, not my fight. I don't wanna lose my way, just trying to find a place to stay. If you listen to the silence here, you'll hear what I can't make clear. I'm not gone, I'm not away, I'm just finding me today. Don't fix it, don't chase it down, just sit with me without a sound. I don't wanna be alone, I just need to be left alone. Close enough to feel you there, far enough to breathe my air. That's the line I'm burning now, to love you and still be myself somehow. So if I pull back, don't let go, I'm still here, just moving slow. I don't need to be alone, just sometimes left alone.
I used to run when the road got tight, when the sky fell out of the light. Every problem felt like a wall. like a warning sign to stop it all. I called it bad luck, called it pain, said this isn't part of my lane. Never knew what I couldn't see, that it was calling out to me. I thought it came to break my stride, never thought it stood on my side. I was too busy counting the cost to see what I almost lost. Most chances come dressed as a storm. Heavy hands, unfamiliar form. They don't knock, they shake the ground. So most people turn around. Feels like the hardest fight might be the moment that rewrites everything you thought you knew. That's how chances come to you. Every step that scared me most held a door I never closed. Every doubt I tried to flee had a lesson waiting for me. I've seen comfort steal my days while resistance showed the way. What I cursed I now defend. It was shaping who I am. It didn't look like hope at all, more like something meant to stall. But now I see it clear somehow. That was my moment then, and now most chances come dressed as a storm. Heavy hands, unfamiliar form. They don't knock, they shake the ground. So most people turn around. Feels like the hardest fight might be the moment that rewrites everything you thought you knew. That's how chances come to you. If it scares you, look again. That might be where growth begins. Not every gift comes wrapped in light. Some arrive as sleepless nights. If it asks more than you planned, if it pulls you where you stand, don't mistake the weight you feel for a sign that it's not real. Most chances come dressed as a storm. Breaking plans, bending forms. They don't whisper, they demand. More than most can understand. What looks like the end of the line might be the star you didn't find. If you stay when others flee, you'll see what it was meant to be. So next time the ground gives away and nothing looks okay, don't turn back, look closer then. That's how chances hide in plain pain.
I used to wait by the phone at night, hoping someone would make it right, counting all the things I lacked, blaming love for holding back. I thought it came like falling rain out of nowhere without my say. But love's not something you demand. It grows when you open your hands. You can't receive what you won't give. You can't be held if you don't let someone in. If you wanna be loved, then love someone. Don't wait around till it's already done. Be the kind of heart you begins with who you choose to be. I used to think I had to be the person I became. Hold on to every version like change was something strange. They told me stay consistent, don't drift too far away. But something deep inside me was begging me to change. If I stay where I am, I lose who I could be. I won't stay the same, not till the end. I'll grow, I'll break, I'll start again. If there's a better version I can see, then I owe my life to become me. Comfort felt like safety, but slowly turned to chains. Repeating old reflections in slightly different days. You don't betray your past self when you choose to rise. You honor every step you took by reaching for the sky. Growth isn't losing yourself, it's finding more. I won't stay the same just to be safe. I'll follow the fire I can't replace. If my heart is calling through the noise, then I'll walk that path by my own choice. Change is truth. Oh, people say you've changed like it's something wrong, but staying still forever was never what I was born for. Every dream inside me points to something new, and every step I take brings me closer to that truth. Life isn't repetition, it's evolution. I won't stay the same out of fear. I'll move toward the life that feels more clear. If I see who I could be in my mind, then I owe it everything to leave this behind. The river doesn't stay, it flows ahead. The seasons don't regret the past they've left. So why should I remain in yesterday's name when everything alive is built to change? Not finished, still becoming. I won't stay the same, I won't pretend that this is all until the end. If my ideal is calling me through the flame, then I'll live my life and never stay the same. I wasn't born to stay still.
Every tear you've ever cried, every night you wonder why, every moment filled with pain, like nothing good could come again. It feels heavy in your chest, like a weight you can't confess, like it's something you should hide or leave somewhere behind. But what if every broken piece is something you can't see yet? What if every silent ache has meaning you haven't met? Every sadness has a meaning, even when you don't know why. Even when it feels like darkness is the only thing inside. Oh, oh, no matter how deep the night is, morning always finds its way. Just like the sun will always rise after every darkest day. There are reasons we can't see, hidden in what's meant to be. Not all answers come right now, some take time to come around. Every loss, every fall isn't meaningless at all. It's a thread inside a story, still unfolding slowly. You don't have to understand every moment as it goes. Some truths only reveal themselves when your heart grows. Every sadness has a meaning, even if it's hard to see. Oh, oh, even when it was wasted. Nothing you have known is lost. Even pain can turn to something greater than its cost. Every sadness has a meaning, oh, oh. Even the ones you never planned, oh, even the ones that changed you, oh, oh. In ways you didn't understand, oh. No matter how deep the silence, no matter how far you fall, the light will come again. It always does for all. Hold on, hold on. Morning is coming. Tomorrow used to feel so far, like a place I'd reach somehow. I kept saying one more day, while the clock kept running in now. I was dreaming with my eyes on a future undefined, but dreams don't move on hope alone, they move when I decide. Every minute asks my name, every choice ignites a flame. What I do, not what I say, is what shapes the road I take. The future's built by what I do today, not the plans I make, not the words I say. Every step, every small move I choose is laying down the truth. If I want a different view, I can't wait for someday soon. The life I'm chasing is being built today. I don't need to see it all, just the ground beneath my feet. Every quiet, honest move turns impossible to real. Yesterday is out of reach, tomorrow's still a mystery, but today is in my hands. That's where power has to be. I won't borrow hope from time, I'll invest it in this hour. Every action, every rep turns intention into power. The future's built by what I do today, not the plans I make, not the words I say. Every step, every small move I choose is laying down the truth. If I want a different view, I can't wait for someday soon. The life I'm chasing is being built today. No perfect start, no perfect scene, just showing up and staying clean. When it's boring, when it's hard, that's when tomorrow gets its spark. I don't need to move fast, I just can't stand still. Every choice I make right now is shaping who I will be. The future's built by what I do today, by the work I choose when I'm afraid. Every breath, every honest move is making something true. I won't wait for motivation, I create it on the way. The life I want, the man I'll be is being built today. So I stop asking what if and start with one small thing. Tomorrow's calling my name, but today decides used to wait for perfect signs, like fortune would just fall in line. Blame the stars, blame timing wrong, said the world was moving on. Then I stayed when others left, put the hours on the shelf, and something strange began to show. The harder I tried, the more I got close. I don't chase luck in the dark, I like the way I play my part. Funny how the door appears when I'm already here. I believe in luck, I really do, but it grows when I push through. Every time I give my best, luck shows up undressed. It's not magic, it's not fate, it's the work I choose to take. The more I sweat, the more I find luck is never far behind. I've seen chances pass me by when I barely even tried, but when I stayed late, showed up early, the world started moving differently. What I call a lucky break was 100 small mistakes, hours no one ever saw, turning maybe into sure. I don't wait to be chosen, I stay ready, I stay open. Funny how the odds align when I'm already in the grind. I believe in luck, I really do, but it grows when I push through. Every time I give my best, luck shows up undressed. It's not magic, it's not fate, it's the work I choose to take. The more I sweat, the more I find luck is never far behind. I've seen chances pass me by when I barely even tried, but when I stayed late, showed up early, the world started moving differently. Call it chance, call it grace, I just know it knows my face. Every effort leaves a trace, luck remembers where I've been. I don't ask for special days, I just earn them on the way. When I move with all I've got, luck meets me at the spot. I believe in luck, I always will, but it listens to my will. Every step I choose to try raises my supply. It's not given, it's designed by the work I do in time. The harder that I choose to run, the luckier I become. So I show up once again, not to pray but to begin. Luck may start as mystery, but it grows with effort in me. We wait for lightning to split the sky, for something rare to pass us by. We call it magic when it's loud, but miss the quiet all around. A morning sun through open blinds, a stranger's smile at the perfect time. A breath you didn't notice, take a heart that heals, a chance to wake. We chase the moments big and bright, but overlook the softer light. Maybe miracles don't need a sign, maybe they're hidden in Miracles happen every day in quiet, simple, human ways. In every breath, in every chance, in every unexpected glance. Open your eyes and you will see the beauty in what used to be, because the miracle was always there. You just had to be aware. They say it's written in the stars that who you are is who you are. Like every path is set in stone, and you're just walking it alone. Like every loss is meant to stay, like there's no turning from the way. But something deep inside of me refuses what they see. There's a force I can't deny in the way I choose to try, in the strength I build within that won't let me give in. With a stronger heart, with a sharper mind, with the courage to stand, I can change the line. I won't bow to fate, I won't stay confined. I can turn it around, I can rewrite time. Yeah. Every choice I dare to make, every risk I choose to take, breaks the chain they try to set in a future not defined. Yeah, you don't have to play the role that was written for your soul. You can take it in your hands and decide where you stand. It's not given, it's not fixed, it's not something you can shift. The moment you decide to fight is the moment you ignite. With a fearless heart, with a focused mind, with the will to rise, I can change the tide. I won't bend, I won't break, I won't fall behind. Every step I take redefines my life. Fate is only as strong as the fear you keep. The moment you face it, it begins to weaken and leave. With a stronger heart, with the wiser mind, with the courage to move, I can redefine. I won't live in a line that was drawn for me, because the power to change it lives inside of me. Rewrite your fate. Rewrite.
I tried to shape the world I saw to fit the lines I thought were right. Bend the edges of the truth so I could sleep at night. I told myself a softer story, something easier to believe. But every silence echoed louder than the lies I tried to keep. You can turn away your eyes, but truth is never compromised. Truth doesn't bend to what I feel, it doesn't change to make things heal. It stands the same, it stays intact, no matter how I react. It won't adjust to ease my mind or soften just to be kind. If I want peace, I have to face the truth as it is. I've seen people walk away, calling distance being strong, build a world where they don't have to admit they've been wrong. But truth doesn't disappear with time, it waits beneath the surface still. And every step we take away only tests our will. You can deny it, you can hide, but it never leaves your side. Truth doesn't change isn't here to break you down. It's here to show what's real and sound. It doesn't care what you prefer. It shows you who you are. Truth doesn't bend, it never will. It stands beyond my doubt and will. But when I rise to meet its weight, it turns from fear into a place where I can grow, where I can see a stronger, clearer version of me. Not by changing what is true. They'll tell you where to go, they'll tell you what is right. They'll hand you safe directions and call it a better life. They'll warn you about failure, they'll tell you not to stray. But none of them will walk with you when it's your turn to face. Advice can guide your steps, but it didn't choose your way. Only you decide, only you stand. No one else can take the weight in your hands. Life isn't something given, it's something you make. And every choice you hold is yours to take. You can follow every voice and still feel out of place. You can live someone else's truth and lose your own face. Because the road feels empty when it isn't yours. And even if it's perfect, it still feels forced. No one feels your life the way you do. Only you decide what you become. Not the fear, not the crowd, not anyone. And when the night grows quiet and there's nothing left, you're the one who answers to yourself. Choose and stay. It's easy to hesitate, to wait for a sign, to ask for certainty before you define. But life doesn't wait for readiness, it moves when you choose. And every moment you delay is something you lose. Decision is power, commitment is life. Only you decide and only you stay. When doubt gets loud and light fades away, no one else can carry the path you must take. This life is yours to build or break. You don't need permission, you don't need approval. You need the courage to follow through. Because a half-made choice is a life half-lived, and the only real regret is the one you didn't give. Still here, still choosing. Only you decide, say it loud. No hiding behind the noise of the crowd. This life isn't borrowed, it's yours to claim. And only you can carry your own name. Decide and don't let go.
I wasted nights complaining about the weight I chose to carry, pointing fingers at the dark like it ever moved the mark. I said it wasn't fair enough, said the road was way too rough. But nothing changed the day I spoke, everything changed when I broke. No one's listening to my pain, no one's running in my place. So I shut my mouth, stood up straight and learned to concentrate. No more crying, no more noise, no more blaming broken doors. If I want a different life, I'll pay the price, I make the choice. I don't need the world to care, I don't need it to be kind. I work harder quietly and let the results reply. Others talk, others shout, I just put my head down now. Every rep, pay the price, I make the choice. I don't need the world to care, I don't need it to be kind. I work harder quietly and let the results slip by. No excuses, no regret, just the work I haven't done yet. When it hurts, I stay involved, that's how problems get dissolved. I don't chase sympathy, I chase who I'm meant to be. Every silent sacrifice adds another inch of height. No more crying, no more noise, I was built for heavier loads. Every day I show up tired, still moving down the road. I don't talk about the grind, I just live it every night. I work harder quietly and let my future speak in time. So if it hurts, good, stay here. This is growth, not fear. No more words, no disguise, just effort day and night. Leaves turn colors, seasons rearrange. Winds keep shifting, nothing stays the same. But deep beneath, where silence remains, something stronger never changes. I've changed my words, I've changed my ways, adapted through uncertain days. I've learned to bend, I've learned to grow, let go of things I used to know. But every step and every turn was built on truths I didn't burn. Because change is natural, it has its place, but not everything should be replaced. You can change your mind, you can shift your view, let the world reshape what you thought you knew. But hold your ground, don't rearrange the roots inside that must remain, like leaves that turn in autumn's range. The colors fade, but roots don't change. The world will pull in every way to make you drift, to make you sway, to trade your truth for easy ground, to lose yourself just to fit in the crowd. But storms don't break what's planted deep, they test the strength your soul will keep. You can evolve, you can refine, but don't erase your core design. You can change your mind, you can shift your view, grow into someone more honest and true. But hold your ground through every phase. Don't lose the fire that made your ways. Like branches moving in the wind's exchange, the surface bends but roots don't change. Growth is not forgetting who you are, it's carrying your truth through near and far. It's letting go of what was wrong, but keeping what has made you strong. Not every change is meant to stay, some things guide you disconnect from the truth you must protect. Like seasons turning without delay, the world will change in every way, but who you are won't rearrange, because your roots don't change.